keeping a pretty big secret for a little while now. Yeah. Welcome to The Naked Truth. Trisha Hershberger here, and I always forget to do our What is the Naked Truth at the beginning of these, and I know when I get comments that are like, why is everybody vlogging naked? It's a style of vlog where we share our thoughts on a variety of topics in our most raw and vulnerable state. Who you are today is enough with zero pretense. So I'm Trisha Hershberger, and this is a really exciting one. Yay! Before we jump into the exciting stuff, I want to thank our Naked Army vloggers from last week. That's Kavaja, Colin, Prescott, and Kristen, Jenny, Lawrence, James, Julia, and Jab. If you want to check out their Naked Truths from last week, you can do that by clicking the links in the description below. So this is a really exciting one. As you may have guessed from the title and thumbnail of this video, I'm pregnant, like a lot pregnant, like since last summer. Some of you may have guessed this already due to my avoiding drinking dares on my streams, dressing in baggier clothes on some of the shows that I do for other networks where I can't control the framing. And I know some people have commented like, have Trisha's boobs gotten bigger? They in fact have, and that's all due to me carrying a little one. So the quick facts here are that we know that the baby is a little dude. We know that he'll be here in February of 2017, which is less than 3 months away. And yeah, I'm terrified for a variety of reasons, but also thrilled, and it's super exciting. So why didn't I tell anybody? Okay, the main reason I would say that I didn't tell anybody is because being pregnant's scary. And I didn't think that I'd be the type of person that would react that way, but I guess you never really know how you're going to feel until you're in the situation. Like, I always envisioned myself one day being a mom and having babies, and I love babies. I never thought about realistically thought about what that 9 months of being pregnant entails. It was also scary because I found out I was pregnant right around the time that I found out that I had this lump right here that will require a major surgery to remove, and you're not supposed to have major surgery while you're pregnant because it's a great risk to the pregnancy. And so right away, as soon as we found out we were pregnant, we were like, yeah, pregnant's so exciting. Oh crap, what's this mean for surgery? And I had to see a bunch of different doctors and make a decision and we made the decision to wait. So we're waiting until after the pregnancy to have this taken care of. It took a lot of doctors before, we felt like that was the right decision for us. But anyway, that was a tough decision, and that certainly made the very beginning stages of, yay, pregnancy excitement certainly a lot more convoluted, I'll say. And then in addition to that, the first trimester, when the first 3 months that you're pregnant, there's a high risk of miscarriage. So I didn't know how I felt about being like, hey world, here I am and I'm pregnant, only to maybe have something go wrong and then, have to share that. And not to say that if that happened and I went through that, there wouldn't be benefit in me sharing that, because there absolutely would, but I would probably want to do it in my own time and not while it was happening. And anyway, so that was kind of the beginning scare. And then there's a whole work thing that made me not want to tell anybody, because unfortunately for females who work on camera, getting pregnant does affect your work, and it affects it in practical ways as well as ways of, some shows just don't want a pregnant person being their spokesperson. And from a producer standpoint, I understand that. From a pregnant lady standpoint, I'm like, that sucks, because it does suck. But there's certain logistical things, like, I had some opportunities to do some really cool shows that involved a lot of travel or drinking, and these are just things that logistically I can't do right now. But I'm happy to say that for the most part, my work fear hasn't really been an issue. A lot of companies have been really cool about it, or, if you don't want people to know, we'll shoot around it. And so I'm happy to say that I'm still working, and that's really exciting. Also, my show got canceled halfway through my pregnancy, which was terrifying. A part of the I lost my job vlog was also, and I'm 4.5 months pregnant. But I did not say that, obviously, because I just wasn't ready to share that with the world yet. Also, I didn't tell anyone because I kind of enjoyed just having a little bit of time where it was my little secret. Like, he's my little secret. He's my buddy. He's just for me. And to those of you who I've seen in person during this time, thank you for not spilling the beans on the internet. I appreciate that because it gave me time to have my little secret. So I guess let me show you my belly. I am going to do some editing here, and this is going to be a not so naked part so that this doesn't turn into a sexy thing. Okay, so are you ready? This is what it looks like. Woo! That is a belly. So from the back, not so pregnant. Pregnant is super pregnant. Yeah. Heart right there. So yeah, it's pretty large. It's out there. I feel like now my belly sticks out further than my bust, and that's the point where I was like, well, even baggy clothes aren't going to hide it at this point. I was doing okay for a while because of that, but yeah, being pregnant's really weird is the best word that I can have for it. Like, I constantly feel like I'm in Spaceballs, the movie, and like this little alien with the top hat and cane's just going to pop out because, I mean, you know, logically, babies grow inside a woman's belly. But until you like feel something inside you that's not you, be like, boom, hey, what's up? You're like, oh God, that wasn't me in there that did that. This is so weird. It's so weird and awesome, but weird. And yeah, I've got a lot of doctor's appointments. In fact, I have one right after I film this vlog today, and my hormones are all over the place, which make me burst into tears for no reason sometimes, not in like an angry way. I find myself like watching movies that don't really make me cry and just being like, oh my God, this is so beautiful. That's happening a lot. Acne everywhere because of hormones. When I did my Naked Truth on acne, that was partially, or if not totally, because of me trying to deal with all the skin changes that I'm going through. Yeah, and just your body changing all the time. Like, I'm not going to go into the weird specifics of like changes in this area, but they're weird. So now you know. Whew, that feels a lot better. So moving forward, I will not be hiding it anymore. That being said, I'm not going to do a full 180. Like, I'm still me, and my interests are still the same, and my content's still going to be the same. This is just the next step in my big adventure, and it's an awesome next step. I'm gonna cry just talking about it. Okay. So, my question for you guys this week, I told you, hormones, they're insane. My question for you guys this week is, if you're comfortable, share with the rest of the Naked Army community what your big, guess what, secret is, if you have something. Sometimes it feels really good to get it off your chest, and sometimes it makes you cry because your hormones are out of control. But anyway, yay! All right, bye. Sexy? Pregnant sexy. Sexy? Pregnant sexy.